Hello there and welcome to the Freelance Sucks Podcast 7th season summary. My name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am.works, and today I'll share with you 10 things you can learn from 10 podcast guests in less than 10 minutes. So let's go. People talk a lot about networking at some event and getting clients right after that, but it doesn't always work that way. And here is Stefan Ritter's story.
Whenever you go to an event, don't expect anything because you'll never know. Last year, around this time, a customer was calling me and was like, hey, Stefan, we need an app, or we already have an app, but it's not working and we probably have to redo this app. And I was like, okay, he knew my name. I think we met somewhere. But yeah, can you remember? It was 1 year ago. We met and we talked about app programming. I was like, so it was out of my mind. You're going to 10 events or even 50 events and it's like changed some cards and that's it. And we had some small talk, but I still didn't have a new project. But that's not the truth because it all comes backwards.
Also, networking in person is what really helps you to stand out. So here is how Judith Bollard approaches it.
I don't stand out on paper. If you see my CV, it's good, but it's completely average. There's nothing where you would say like, wow. But I think I really need to kind of talk to people, get them on the phone, and then usually they get an idea of what kind of person I am and how I work. So that's why I went down a bit more like personal route and really tried to get leads and projects from my network and then their network and kind of introductions from other people and referrals.
The fun thing is, for that purpose, you don't really have to be perfect and talk only about your accomplishments. You can also speak of challenges. And here is what Oral Garten has for you on that.
It's important to go to community places, meetups, conferences, because you knew people from the internet or a Slack community or whatever, and then you got to meet them in a real life scenario, talk to them, and I perceive them as very knowledgeable and very advanced in their freelancing career. When you talk to them, they're still like, okay, we're not the same, but we are having the same doubts and having the same problems in many ways and challenges, just on a different level. But that's not the problem. The problem is not talking about these problems at all.
When searching for clients online, for example, on LinkedIn, you have to be very mindful of your title. Hear why so from Pelin Kazak-Bagatur.
Depending on the title, the day rate changes. When I check reports, there's a day rate for product designer, there's a day rate for UX designer, there's a day rate for design strategist. So should it be contract? Should it be a consultant? Should it be freelance? So what should I write there to actually get in front of the right people that are looking for my skill set?
Finding clients is just a part of a journey. And here is what takes much more time, according to Mike Ball.
Everybody's like, oh, I freelance because I'm good at this thing. They don't expect how much time, or they don't always anticipate how much time goes into relationship management or customer relationship management. You have to know and remind yourself like that requires time. It's important.
But you can still win your time back. And here is a tip from Chantel Hughes on how to do that.
I used to have 1 hour intro calls. Then I changed it to literally 15. And I think 15 minutes is a great way to see who's come to waste your time. And then if it does trickle over, then I just naturally let it trickle over. But that's my kind of secret weapon. It's filter out the noise through 15 minutes. And then we kind of can get to feel if we align basically.
Also, a huge time consuming thing is overthinking. So here's how Bailey Hancock deals with that.
I would go into my little cave in my office and I would create something from scratch. I would build it out. I would do the whole thing. I'd create the course, film the content, make the activities, put it online, and then launch it. And if people didn't want that, I was too far down the path to really do anything about it without wasting a lot of my time and energy. So this time around, I'm trying to try out the MVP model more, where it's okay, I'll do one free workshop with this title and this description. And if a ton of people sign up, then I will do the next workshop and maybe I'll charge for it this time. If it doesn't land, I'll tweak the description and the title. So it's effectively A/B testing it. It's also getting real-time feedback from my target demographic or my assumed target demographic, which is also up for testing as well. So it's about iteration.
Still, you need to know what exactly to test first. And here is some advice from Lisette Sadrugans that may help you with that.
If you needed money today, how would you get it? If you didn't have tomorrow to get money, how would you get money today? Would you send out a social media post? You would not, right? You would call somebody probably. You wouldn't set up a website, so that's kind of how you find like what is the most important thing, what will bring you money today.
After you've thought about those things, an important step is acting. And here is how Nancy Raves deals with it.
You need to have one thing you are concentrating on. I'm concentrating, for example, on my LinkedIn because this is the platform where my clients are. And then I try to prioritize what is bringing money. So if I have a mentoring with someone who wants to go freelance, the priority is to prepare the mentoring. If I have a workshop with a corporate, the priority is to prepare this workshop because these are paid clients.
And no matter how actionable you are, sometimes you need some space for thoughts. So here is Nick Ryburn's approach for that.
So many people wake up and they're like, smash a cup of coffee, they're straight into doing work. They don't give themselves any space to just be with their thoughts. I will go for a walk first thing in the morning before most people are up and just blast along the seafront. And it just clears my head and gives me space to kind of approach the day and get tasks done. It almost creates like a little kind of force field around me. I think it's a small thing, but it's super, super important.
And just like that, these were 10 things you can learn from 10 freelancers in less than 10 minutes. So what have you learned? Share it in the comments here or on LinkedIn or whenever, and let's connect. If you learned something new, share this episode with your friend. That's it. I'm done. See you in the next episode.